Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Beverly. I do things planner related, and if you're new here, welcome to the hot mess. If you're coming back, you know the drill. So it's end of the week, Sunday. This is usually a weekly plan with me, and we're going to kind of do that. We're also going to have a small chat about any updates that I've had and looking forward to 2024 because that seems to be the topic and what my plans are. So here we go. So this is my main planning system, my B6 Stalogy and my B6 Stalogy cut to weeks. And let me put this over here first. We'll do this one. So, these. So this is a beautiful Chic Sparrow. And I stuck it in here. It's gorgeous. And I thought I'd get it out. It seems like the perfect time of year. Very fall-y. I stuck a few vellum in here, but that's not really the thing. Let's see. This was the last week. I didn't do anything in here because I ended up going back to my B6, but I do plan out every week in here. So I have also planned out this week, just the highlights, and I did put like a task list here. I may or may not use this if I decide I need the portability. Ooh. That'd be my dinner plans. So I did take this with me this weekend, and took it with me to my granddaughter's soccer game and around town. I wrote a few lists in the back and that kind of thing. So, like I said, I do set up every week in here, and I did catch up everything. So I caught up like my trackers, my adulting lists, my bills, my everything from my B6 I updated in here because I do like to keep it updated. That way, if I decide that, hey, I'm just feeling weeksish today or this week, it doesn't take much for me to hop in here, update a few lists, grab it, and go. So that's very, very helpful. And this is me working out. I sent that picture to my coach. So I was in here just a couple of days, yesterday and today. And I wasn't even in here all today because I've been updating my B6 and kind of setting it up a little bit. I have decided... Well, you know what? I'll get into that later. All right. So this is my non-scale victories, some more bill stuff, and my forward-looking planning. So my memories are all caught up. That picture was the last one I took of working out. I had some others in there, a concert, things like that. So this memory book is completely up to date, and it's here for me if I need it. This... I love this. I really am struggling not using this because it is so portable. Like, it's so portable, and it feels good in my hand, and I really love this cover. It's gorgeous. But it doesn't have a pen loop, which I can put on there. That's not a big deal, but these do fit very nicely into here, and I just stick them down in there and clip them on to the strap there, and they stay in place. They stayed in place when I took it with me, and I had no issues using it. So there you go. That's that one. My B6. Sorry, my B6 is all up to date. I took the decorating I did out of here. It drove me insane. Like, they would fall off or they were in the way. I didn't like the way it looked. I'd rather it just be plain. So, this is supposed to be down here so you don't see it. But I'd rather it just not have anything in it than be decorated with stuff I'm not into, and I'm not buying anything. So I'm trying not to buy like washi tape or, you know, little doodads or anything, ephemera, whatever. But anyway, so this was this week. You know, the shabacle that was this week. So, for y'all that are new, we started out here. I was going to use this spread. No, sorry, this one. I started out here. This was me trying it, and I didn't like the way it ended up, and I messed it up, so I did it again. But we were going to use this spread. I was going to use this spread, say we in the royal we there. I was going to use this spread, and my brain was just like, no. Oh, sorry, I hit you. My brain is like, no, we don't like this. This isn't a thing. There's not enough room. This is too squishy, you know, the things. And so I came back here and I was like, well, let me put in a vertical that is all the way down, all the way. And I didn't like this thing in the middle, this list thing in the middle. I didn't like that. So I ended up going back to my original Hobonichi style, Hobonichi week style, because it's, you know, left and then a task list that's kind of Hobonichi week style, and have this faux Dutch door here with some tasks on it, my routine stuff. And then on the left is my personal, my right is work. And this always works out. If I can't do anything else, if my brain is just being smooth that week and I can't retain any more new information, I go back to this setup. And the thing I like about, you know, being in like a B6 kind of book is I did all 3 of those setups in a week, and you know what? It didn't bother me one bit because it's just a next blank page. So that is, you know, one of the things with if you have an ADHD brain or you're neurospicy in any way, you can change your stuff but still kind of have a routine, if that makes sense, kind of thing. So this was what my week ended up looking like. This has been the messiest bullet journal I think I've ever kept. There's not a piece of washi in here. I did put some vellums in here, but like there's nothing in here but pen and paper and a Mildliner that is gray. That's all I have to function. And I could do without the Mildliner, but I don't want to. So they'll take it from my cold dead hands. But yeah, like this is all I need to function is a high overview and an Alistair method kind of week where I can cross things off and move things around, because again, my neurospiciness will make a plan, but sometimes my brain shoots for bigger goals than my energy level and attention span can hold. So I have to be able to move things around. That's always been very important. I was putting like these routine cleaning stuff on my calendar here, but honestly, I didn't do any of those things on that day. I just crossed them off as I went. Today I may get hair up my tushy, and today I vacuumed and mopped, I dusted and wiped down my doors, I cleaned out my refrigerator, my mail pile, my email. I did all those things. Still have not done my bills. I paid what needed to be paid, but like when I say bills, I mean like go in, track my spending, update my budget, those kind of things. Not that my bills aren't getting paid, it's just all the other things that go with it. I threw out a Monstera plant that I had that was dead. And I was going to pick up, we have an alley that goes down like the side of our house. And I was getting back there and I did pick up a few things, but then I realized that 90% of this stuff is my husband's. And I need him to, I tried to start our weed eater, but it wouldn't start, and he's not sure why, because I called him. So it's probably user error, but that's okay because we can go back and do it as a team, because I realized it was going to be a bigger project than I thought it was, and I ain't doing that by myself. So, he's not getting out of it. So I'll have to wait for, like, probably won't be next weekend. It'll probably be the weekend after that, because next weekend it will be his first weekend off and like day off in 12 days, and I'm not asking him to go do yard work, so that's just going to be put off. So anyway, so I was really busy today. I got a lot of stuff done. This is what my day looked like. I got some homework done, this get out my Christmas bins is not for me to do today. It was just a thought in my head that I need to do that. And last year I had a row of lights out on my Christmas tree that I just kind of ignored. And I need to see if that virus has spread, you know what I mean? And if I need to get a new Christmas tree, I have to do that sooner rather than later, because last year I actually was going to replace it and there were none that I liked. So anyway, there's that. So this is what my days have been looking like. Let's start with Monday back here. So Monday, Tuesday was, whew, that was a hot mess. This was a huge brain dump, a silent to-do list that I found that I went through, like all the things. Oh, that reminds me. There's a leak under the sink. It's not big. I think I have something that's kind of loose, and I need him to fix that. That actually, he does have to fix. I got up there and I tried to figure out what it was, but he can figure it out. There's a bucket in the meantime, and it's like a dripping, like a drop every 5 minutes, but that's, you know. This was Wednesday. This is what Thursday looked like. We had storms and tornadoes. That was a lot of fun. Friday. And then Saturday, I had filled this out ahead of time of things I needed to get done, and I didn't use this, but I did go back and mark off the things that I did do when I came back in here on today, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything or anything like that. And then this is today, and I have not processed page yet, and I will. Somebody had asked me about the black hole of a bullet journal, and it can be a black hole. That absolutely, you can lose things in a bullet journal very easily. So the two things I have for that, one is tabs. If it's a list or a collection that you would call it, I just tab it. And like, I don't have enough of them to not know what it is, even if I don't label the tab. I do have a label maker, and I could label it if I wanted to, or if I have a sticker that kind of goes with it, I can throw that on. Like, I keep these clear labels, and these are, let me find them. These are these with just the color cut off. And they're just Post-it labels, and they last a little while. I won't say they're as good as when I used to buy them. I think the quality's gone down a little bit, but they're not horrible. They do sell a clear version, but they're bigger, and they cost a lot more, so there you have that. So I will tab it, like if it's a collection or something, until it becomes irrelevant. So if I make a vacation list or a plans list or a notes list that I do need and to continue to reference, but I don't need it forever, I'll just throw a clear tab on it until I'm done with it, and then take the tab off when I'm done. If it becomes a collection, like my trackers, or like a work list that I continue to need, I will label it, keep it tabbed, continue to reference it. I'm also a person that I write everything down on my days. My days is my dump list. If I need a new dump list, like Tuesday was a dump list. This was an absolute dump of my brain, things I found around the house as I went through and was cleaning and picking up and doing. I wrote down all the things on my silent to-do list that I found. And so my days are my dump list. If I need another one, I just flip to the next blank page and start dumping all the things that I can think of onto this. And sometimes when my brain gets really chaotic like this, I need extra paper. And again, I'll just flip to the next blank page and write. Here I was testing out my TWSBI fountain pen. So I'll just use the next blank page. Okay. When I have a day like this and I go through it, sometimes it is chaos, and I mark all of my papers, my pages with an X at the bottom after I've processed it. That means I've gone in there and I've either marked that task off because it's done or irrelevant now, or I've migrated it to some kind of collection or list, or like my task list. So I'll either add it to, if I need to get it done, if it looks like this, and I'm picking off tasks and trying to process through the tasks, if I need to get it done this week, I will put it on my weekly task list. This is why I keep this. If I need another one of these, again, I'll flip it over and start on the other side. Like this one came close to needing a second one, so this is, I will probably start using 2 of these. When I get towards the holidays, if you look at any of my old holiday list, I was using 2 pages of to-dos, or 3 of these, because I had so much I was having to keep track of. And this may be just an idea. It may end up on here, it may end up being like a 2-second thing. Like I could have 3 pages of these, but there could be like things that are like 2 seconds that I have to remember to tell somebody, blah, 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 whatever. There's a ton of things that could end up on here. It's not just to do tasks or projects or whatever. I use this as, again, a brain dump, but at least it's organized and I can tell you if I did it or when. So if this brain dump doesn't go on my weekly, a task for my brain dump doesn't go on my weekly, then it will go on my monthly. If it's going to be within this month, if I need to do it. Let's say it's at the beginning of October and I know it's a task that I'm thinking of that I have to do on Halloween, like a Halloween thing. I'll put it on my monthly so that I remember. Like I have my simmer pot here for Halloween, so that I remember to do it. Like that was one of my things on my brain dump list. Yeah, it was on here to look up recipes for my simmer pot, and I did it really quick, and I tagged it in my Pinterest. It's done, and it's just here as a reminder for me to do it. So, and then if it's something that I don't know when I'll do or what I'll do, how I'll do it or whatever, it goes on my main to-do list. So this is my like master to-do list. I'm going to do this. I'm just not sure when. Like these are things I want to do. They just don't have a time or a, and they're not my priority right now. So it's like a someday maybe list. The someday maybe could be November or it could be 2024. I'm not sure, but I have it here. And then I have it broken down like, is it a task? Is it an errand? Waiting on a buy, a project, someday maybe, a call, an email, or is it computer work? And honestly, I don't use all of these, but I have them there in case I want them. But so it'll go on one of those 3 things, or it gets crossed out because it's irrelevant. If it doesn't end up on a weekly list, my monthly list, or my master to do, it's an irrelevant thing. Even projects that I need to that are bigger that I need to break down or whatever, but I don't feel like processing, my brain just can't process it right now, it goes on one of those lists. And then if that ends up being a collection, a project that I need to map out or something, I tab it. And that's how I avoid the black hole of the bullet journal. And that was a rant you probably didn't need, but somebody asked about it. And that's the best explanation I can give, and I hope that makes sense. So back to my dailies. So these have been my dailies, and I have processed all my pages up to yesterday, and I will process today once I'm done with it. This weekly tracker that I've been doing has worked out great. I don't have to rewrite the stuff. It doesn't get forgotten on my weekly list. Like, it's daily things that I need to do. I need to drink my, make sure I do my collagen, track my foods, update my trackers every day, update my planner every day. Up at alarm is me trying to get up with my first alarm, not hit snooze. So I'm tracking that. And I'm seeing how that is in junction with my workout habit and my overall mood. And then my gratitude to update every day. Did I declutter or zone this week? What days? And that's not always an everyday thing, but it's there as a reminder. Did I catch up my spending? I have been ignoring this. This has been a big issue. It's not, I mean, I know what I spend. I put it in my check registry, but I don't go back and put it in my budget or list out what categories I spent money in. Anyway. My workout or gym going thing, did I make a video? And then I have been forgetting my meds, and now I have to take a noon med too. So this has been helpful here. And I took my night med, and I took my morning meds. And I took my collagen. So that's done. And I don't get up with an alarm on the weekends. I don't do that. I'm not a total psychopath. All right. And I don't really know if I mentioned it, but Mother Nature has allowed Florida to participate in fall activities today. So if you hear stuff, it's because all my windows are open again. I will not miss out on a fall day with my windows open. So anyway, so let's move on to next week. So we're going from this, ta-da, to this. So I'm going to try the vertical again. And you're asking yourself, Beverly, where's your task page? Glad you asked. I put it on here. So I bought these when I had the my rings, and so it's just stuck to a dashboard that I made, and I had these Harry Potter postcards that I got from Universal when we go, because we go a lot, and I made a little dashboard that is, and they're perfectly B6 size. It sticks out a little bit, but that's fine. That way I know where it is. It sticks out a little bit on the side there. But I'm going to try this as my task list, and it will go with me from each day to day. I'm going to see how it works. Now, if it doesn't work, that's okay. I'm just going to turn to the next blank page and make another list. Like, I left a blank, a layout here in case I needed it. Because I don't trust myself with something new. So, but I have been ruminating over this layout for a hot minute. And my brain hasn't rejected it yet. And I think it's because I can see the whole thing. Like, I don't have that flap in the middle. I think that's what was bothering me. So this is what my week is going to look like. I have my personals, I have my work, except the weekend. And then I have my weekly routine stuff. And honestly, if I don't end up liking this, I I'll just ignore it and cross off whatever I do on that day. Even if it's on another day, I'll just cross it off. And then I'll know not to put this on there next time. Or I can make me a little, another one of these and put those on it and then ignore that altogether and use some whiteout. Because I will. I ain't got no problem using a whiteout. So this is what my week is going to look like. This here on the left are my daily Fly Lady cruising through the holiday things. Missions, she calls them. So I have this here. And again, I might not get to this today or on that day, but they're listed out here and I will cross them off as I go. I may catch up some. I may do some earlier than not, like gathering wrapping paper and tape and supplies. I don't know if I'll get to that this week, and I'll just migrate it to next week or something, because I need my husband to help me get the Christmas stuff out, and he's working. So I may ask him to do that this weekend, but I know I won't get to it Wednesday and Thursday. And then my established budget is already done. I have a list in the back and how much I'm going to spend on each person, and then a list of things that I probably am going to need to buy. So I already did that because my husband and I were talking about it. So that's actually already done. So we will see how it goes. So I have... this side is my personal stuff, and this side is my work stuff. On one of my days was to brain dump a list of all the things I have laying out there at work. And it's not that my work stuff doesn't get done. I just have a tendency of not putting it in front of me. So I'll forget until the very last minute. I'm great at, you have a meeting in 20 minutes and you are supposed to finish this, and I will finish it. Oh, I've been waiting for my turn, like, to present and still working on it. And right up until I'm done, like, right up until I present, I'm working on the project, and then I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I have a bad habit of it. And until my procrastination becomes an issue, I will probably continue to do it because I've done it all through school, all through my master's program. Like, anyway. So this is kind of a brain dump list of all the things I have waiting out there. And so these are a lot of small things, not big things. And then my personal list. And these are the few things that I didn't get to this week. And I have already processed these pages here. So pick up the side of the house is the only thing. These three things here, repot my lily plant and dirt on my plant, I have on my to-do list for today. If I don't get it done today, I'll forward it from Sunday's page. And then pick up the side of the house is on Sunday's page too. And I will write me a little note to reschedule. But I also haven't marked it off my monthly to-do list, so it's still here too, just in case I lose it. But I definitely don't mark any of this off until I've absolutely for sure done it. So, and honestly, most of this stuff I don't look at regularly. So anyway, I made one of these for my schoolwork because I just needed a list of things that I have to get done this week to stay ahead. And if I get a chance at work, because this is my first full week back, I've been off, like, we've had a day off or whatever for the last couple of weeks, and I've taken a extra day off. So this is my first full week back. So if I get a chance, like, and get my other work caught up, I can knock all these out. And I'm taking it for work, so I work on this at work, but this is a list of things I've got to get done this week. So, oh, the other side, because it's for work. So this just goes here. This does have a back side. Both of these have a back side, so if I need them, they're there. So that's for that. And I made another one of these, but what did I do with it? Hold on. Hold, please. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Aha. No. Do, 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 do. No. All right. Oh, I know what I did with it. Never mind. Okay. So I made another one of these, and it is already waiting for me on Monday. All that. And I forgot where I put it. But it's waiting for me on Monday, and I will take it with me from day to day. Okay? So how long is this video so far? 30 minutes. All right. So that was sort of a plan with me, sort of just an overlook of, it really wasn't a plan with me. That was an overlook of what's going to happen this week, and that is what's going to happen this week. So I want to touch briefly, I was going to do like setting up Monday, but I'm going to touch briefly on 2024. And my answer is, I have no idea. I guess it won't be a B6 Common Planner because I didn't jump on the bandwagon and buy it already. And honestly, I have a real issue with structure. I have learned 2023 has taught me that I have a few issues, but one of them is structure. I like to be able to change my stuff up. The system is still there. Like I have my personal, my work, the system is still working for me. Just how I use it or where I put it or how it looks, I like to be able to change up a little. And honestly, if it was like, and I like to have the option to have like these task lists here. Last year I was using like 3 of these, especially when we did holiday parties. I would have my routine stuff in like a little faux Dutch door. I had my party prep stuff on a page like this, and it would be folded over, you know, or whatever. And then I had another list of just general to-dos tasks that I needed to get done. So like I like to have that flexibility if I need to spread out. I even did that in my B6 weeks. I would have like this. I would have, I would cut a faux Dutch door here, put my routine stuff on there, have one for my party list, and then have another one for my general to-dos. So I can do that in either. I will say I have set these up until the end of the month. So this will, I mean, my memory book is going to stay the same. There's no changing that. I'm not going to, unless I go into it, I don't see that changing. And honestly, when I'm in this kind of book, this layout works for me. So, or this size of book, this layout works for me, and that's fine. But I did set it up until the end of October for the weeks. So I have at least that. Now, going forward, I also set up this for the end of October, until the end of October, because I needed to count out the days. I did leave me space in case I wanted to have a 3-page layout like this or something else in the weeks. If I don't end up using that extra page like I did here, then I can use it for a list of some kind. But I am going to say, I do have, going towards 2024, I do have an issue I have to address, and that is the actual amount of pages I use. Because this is October. That's a lot of pages. So it's 136 pages. So that means that I may get November in here. I may get I may get to be able to get them in the end of November in here, like through November. And I say maybe. So that means that for December, I'm going to have to start looking about what I want to do, because this will be done. I also have an issue that I have 50 pages of stuff up here that I carry from planner to planner. And I say 50, this is 33. I tore out the months, they're in the back, but they equaled 50. So I have 50 pages in the front that I have in every planner. So I have like my master to do, my adulting list, my packing list, my bills list, my work project list. This is my study information for my modules. I need to go in and put them in here. I did actually do that in my memory journal, or my memory, oops, that's my bills. My memory keeper, I did write out the modules, and I've already marked off the ones I've already done. So I just need to put that information in here. It won't take but a minute, but I did do that. So that stuff's going to go here. And once I'm done with this class by the end of this year, because it closes December like 10th or 6th or something. Anyway, no, it's October 3rd through December 3rd. My bad. But once this closes, I'll have one for next year, because I'm going to finish my certification studying. But I have to get that. I have to get that for work. So, and then my daily lists, my weeklies, my non-scale victories that I keep track of, and my meal planning, and it all equaled up to 50 pages. So this, I'm tired of rewriting. I've rewritten it so many times, and I know that's because of me and planner hopping too, but even in the past years, I rewrote this every time I changed my bullet journal. Even when I did a whole year in my B6s, and I did that for years before I started making videos, way before I started making videos, I would transfer this information, and actually it was thicker because I was a manager at that time at the hospital, and I had lists for my work, and I had like list of info that I have to do like monthly and weekly and daily, check off things that for me to keep my ADHD brain. So I would migrate those from place to place. So I'm trying to figure out a system where I don't have to do that. And I know it's not the Hobonichi cousin, because that's a monthly, weekly, and a daily. It has no room for really lists and things like that. I know I could like cover up some of the days, but then that wouldn't give me a day per page. And if I go to A5, I would need a day per page, because I'm using 2 in the B6 right now. And then the B6 Common Planner or the other planners are kind of structured too, and like that's still not going to fix my issue, because even in the B6 Common Planner, I'd still do 2 pages per day, and I'd probably end up using at least 2 of those for the year. And then for like the Hobonichi weeks, I did get like a quarter out of that, so like 3 months, but it was like a day per page, and I just don't want to go back to that size, and I honestly don't want to go back to Hobonichi. I'm not a like put my lists in here and do my dailies in here kind of person. I know that works for some people, but my brain isn't wired that way. I like to be able to carry all my stuff with me at all times. And that could be from room to room, but it's going to get carried with me. And I already have issues toting this thing around. I'm not toting 2 planners to satisfy my brain of having everything with me at all at one time. And I'm just not a multi-planner girl. Like, I'm not. So I have tossed around some ideas. So blank is going to be a thing. So blank construction, blank notebook, you know, grid, whatever, notebook is going to be honestly what's going to happen in 2024. Be it this size, or if I go back to this size, it will still be probably some form of smaller size planner and a blank notebook. Okay, be it I look at something else or stay to the Stalogy, I'm not sure. Then the other thing is I was looking at is maybe like having one of these and having like my monthlies and my lists and everything in like a separate smaller booklet, and just using these for only my weeklies and dailies, and like lists I'll never use again, or you know, that kind of thing. So I have thought of that too. I'm not sure how that would work out, but I guess we'll see in 2024. And 2024 might end up being a, I did stick this back here. I don't know if I showed this last time, but it was a Kokuyo, the Jibun Techo B6 Slim idea booklet, and I like these. I stuck it in here to maybe use it for some lists or some brain dumping, so I wouldn't use up pages. But I never think about it until the stuff's already like on the page. So that's real helpful. So anyways, so looking forward, I have to figure out how I want to do this and not have to rewrite this thing every couple of months, because this will be 2 months worth of Stalogy. I'm only going to get 2 months in here if I keep up the rate that I'm at. And in November, I can promise you that the rate will pick up on the amount of pages I'm using. And, or if I want to suck it up and just rewrite it. I'm not sure, but that's 2024. So it probably won't be like any popular planner that I buy, or, and honestly, I buy one of those planners and I've spent $40 on a planner that I know is only going to last me half the year. Now, don't get me wrong, that's half the price of an Erin Condren. As I was looking at those, and I was like, I could get a couple of them and Frankenplan them and have, but it has a huge coil and it's too big and it's too heavy and it's too freaking expensive. They're like $70. Yeah, no thanks. I can buy like 7 of these. No. And I'm cheap. We'll just go ahead and throw that out there too. So, or at least cheap in the fact that I could buy a lot of stuff for the amount that an Erin Condren would cost me, or some of the other, like even Moxie Life, I think is pretty expensive, and some of the other ones I was looking at. And but anyway, so what's your plans for 2024? If you have suggestions that will allow me to like not have to keep rewriting this every couple of months, that'd be great. Drop that below. I appreciate all input. And so I'm going to keep on keeping on in this. And honestly, I don't see any changes coming. I don't see a whole lot of changes. I mean, I know my system won't change. It'll be a monthly, a weekly, and a daily for sure, with a task list. And let's just shove this in the day. With a task list and, you know, some kind of tracker kind of thing. And my regular adulting lists are all going to stay the same because I've had those for years and years and I can't function without them. So they're here to stay. I'll never get rid of those. And so I need room for that too, and meal planning. So there you go. There you have it. That's my weekly update. That's my ramble on how to deal with the black hole and a little discussion on 2024. There, I think I covered it. It's long, it's chatty, but you know, it is what it is. So let me know if you have any suggestions, what you're doing, how's things working for you, what are you buying? Like, what have you purchased for next year already? I mean, I know it's October and we're already halfway through October. That's crazy. But, you know, what are you buying for 2024? It's still a minute. It's still a minute before 2024. And I know with the holidays, it'll go fast and everything's coming out now. And I think they grab us earlier because we're talking about like Hobonichi in August, which is, to me, crazy. But, you know, I've fallen down that rabbit hole before. So let me know what you're purchasing, what good planners are out there. If you have a planner that you're using that you think would fit my system, stick it down below. I don't care if it's an affiliate link or a, you know, a sponsor link, whatever. If you suggest it, I'll buy it through your link. I'm good. But if you have any suggestions, let me know, because that would be great. All right. Till next time, y'all.